Tommy right here. So first, I do want to ask, is it Thomas or Tommy? I've seen it used both ways. What do you prefer?
Tommy's fine, man. Either or, though, I don't mind. Kind of interchangeable with me.
Okay, sounds good. So I saw you had Torres Finney here supporting you. You had a lot of fans, friends here supporting you. How did it feel to see those guys cheering for you? I heard them all go crazy when you got that contract.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. Me and Torres trained out at the academy in California together, so he came out to support me and a bunch of my other friends and stuff like that, too. And there was a little bit of tension from Monday with that dude in the face-off and a little bit of history, but whatever. It's in the past now.
Yeah, so you say there's a little bit of history there. He actually brought up in his promo package that you guys have sparred in the past before, and he wouldn't allude to what happened, but he said you know what happened. So
we sparred prior to me having an amateur fight, I believe. I don't think I had an amateur fight yet, and I was at their gym, and I went with all of their best guys. I was taking them down, but, I mean, that was all I was doing at the point. But we traded a little bit on the feet, and I think he might have caught me in an arm bar or something like that, but it wasn't like it's sparring. Like, a fight's a fight. Sparring, and obviously you see what happens, so.
So, like you said, you've been working at the academy with Daniel Cormier, Torres Finney, all those guys.
Yeah.
What improvements have you noticed in your game? I know you haven't been there too long, but it seems like already we saw a lot of improvements from your last fight to tonight.
Yeah, man, I made a lot of improvements over time. I credit one of my coaches. He likes to be anonymous, but he's just set me up with some phenomenal training, man, from the striking to the grappling. He set me up with guys like Dave Branch, my coach DeJuan Owens from North Carolina, man, a little bit of everybody. Remy Fullwood from Jawbreakers Boxing, he got me together with the hands. So, yeah, I'm just blessed, man. I got a good support system.
So a lot of people joked in the lead up to this fight that you were kind of speed running through your MMA career. I mean, you had 11 fights now since April of 2024.
Yeah.
I mean, now that you're in the UFC, can we see you slow down a bit, or are you just going to try to keep fighting as often as possible?
I don't
the pace
know.
you've been at is crazy, man.
I don't know, man. That's up to the team. But that anonymous coach, he takes all the credit for that, man. He set that up. We literally hop in the car, we go to West Virginia, I fight Saturday. He'd be like, all right, you win again Thursday. I'm like, all right. I was going probably every week that summer, I want to say.
So this was your first fight without having a full-time job. How did it feel to finally have the stress of not working 50 hours a week and being able to put everything into training, everything into being the best Thomas Gantt you can for this fight?
Man, it was great, man. It was a little bit different. It kind of reminded me of when I was competing internationally, because that was all I was doing at that point. So I could kind of go train, come home, sleep, train, recover, all those type of things. But when I was fighting, when I was coaching, it was tough, man. It wasn't much recovery. So this is a little bit different, and I think you'll see a better and better version of me as we keep going.
So last one for me. I saw you had a white belt in BJJ. I mean, come on, you got to have at least a blue belt after tonight, right?
Hey, you got to talk to Coach Leandro, man. Check Matt. You got to talk to Coach Leandro. He hooked me up with the white belt. I got to keep evolving.
Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Well done tonight, sir. Awesome performance. You mentioned your teammate who has been here and walked these hallways and met the people and had that energy. Did he say anything key or any type of inspirational words that were like, wow, man, this dude's walked this path, so he helped me dial in?
Yeah, he helped me out big time this morning. He set me up with some training, and but other than that, he was just telling me go out there and let it fly, man. He was like, this is a job interview, so you got to go out there and put it on the line and let it fly, and that's what I tried to do.
That's awesome, man. And from someone who's been there, done that only gives you that much, such positive reinforcement. You mentioned David Branch. This is someone who has fought at 185, and wow, man, what's that like to just have somebody in there with so many different weight classes to really push you?
Man, he's an encyclopedia. I mean, he coaches me, so he doesn't necessarily train with me, but he's an encyclopedia fight, man. He's really, really good everywhere. It was just mind-blowing kind of learning from him and just getting that extra knowledge from the past generations, man. It was impressive.
That's awesome, man. And last for me, kind of like a two-part question. Walk me through this finish, but also the mean mugging. Like you just stared that dude. You were just like looking at him all.
Dude, he was. I figured it. I guess, man. I don't know. I guess the Long Island boys talk a little trash or whatever. But I mean, where I'm from. We don't really do that because we take trash talk personally. You know what I mean? So if you do that, you better be ready to stand on it. But what was your question one more time?
That cold ice stare afterwards, just me mugging him.
Oh,
but
yeah. So
finish.
he was staring at me at the weigh-ins and kind of shaking. I'm like, dude, like I don't do all that. I'm gonna stare at you and we can get in there and fight. It could go one way. It could be ugly your way. It could be ugly my way. But in that finishing sequence, I was trying to elbow him because I'm pretty good at delivering a little bit of damage on the ground, and he was tucking his head, so I just went for the neck, and he kind of gave it up. It was tight, I guess.
Well done, sir, and congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Tommy, speaking of DC, he's a notorious golfer. I saw that you've also been out on the links.
Yeah.
Have you golfed with DC before?
Man, we played a ton of golf this camp, man.
Okay.
Ton of golf. I don't like posting it, but
KG always says he cheats. Is he a cheater on the
oh,
golf
he's
course?
the biggest cheater ever. But he's gonna say the same thing about me though. He's gonna be like, yeah, this dude is he's always 2 strokes less than what he is.
All right, congrats on the win, man.
Thank you, man.
Tommy, congrats on the win, man. Obviously, we know you had a tenure wrestling over at NC State and with a little bit of coaching as well. Is there something, because we've seen a lot of guys make the transition from college wrestling over to MMA, but is there something you take from not only wrestling for them but also coaching for them that really helped you out in this transition to mixed martial arts?
Yeah, man. It's too much to even say, to be honest, but I think the biggest thing I took from wrestling is just the mentality, man. We're just a different breed of athletes that get after it and enjoy the grind, man, because it's hard. Like, you doing the 6-week camp, 4-week camp, you're training all day, you're tired, sore. You might have kids and a family, you know what I mean? It's hard. So that's probably the biggest thing I've taken away from it, just the mentality, man. Just grind, put your head down and work.
And you always know you wanted to eventually make the transition to MMA? Because we know a lot of wrestlers, they start off saying, I want to make it, maybe Olympic style or something, but did you always know you want to go to MMA eventually?
No, not really, man. I wanted to be a world champion, Olympic champion wrestling, and it just kind of didn't pan out how it should have, and that just kind of sparked my interest to keep competing, and fighting just kind of happened, man. That anonymous coach, man, he was like, I hit pads with him one time, and he was like, man, you should take an amateur fight. I was like, I never thought about it, and then I took an amateur fight, and then it's just kind of been rolling downhill from there.
Congrats.
Thanks, man.
Tommy, congrats on the win. Just wanted to go to DC real quick. I mean, we hear him on the broadcast all the time, giving great insight and different things that we might not even think about for you in your journey. What do you feel like resonates with you the most that he's given you on insight and just feedback on your game?
I think we relate to each other in the regard that he got started a little bit late, kind of like I did, and just a wrestling background, man. It's tough, man. We grew up in 2 similar backgrounds, too. He grew up in Lafayette. I grew up in East St. Louis, 2 rough cities, man. It's hard to make it out, and you just kind of keep that mentality and push it to something else, something positive, like fighting.
Obviously, his resume speaks for itself, but for you, when someone goes through similar things like that, do you feel like he just has an easier sense of reaching you and being able to be like, hey, this is the way you should go about it?
Yeah, he just knows, you know what I mean? It's just easily relatable. That made me think about one of the athletes that I coached last year, a kid named Vincent Robinson. He was an NCAA champ for NC State last year, and it was kind of the same relationship between me and him. Like, whenever he would get too far off the leash, I'd be like, hey, man, come on, you got to tighten up, lock in.
Congrats on the win. Thank you.
Thank you, man.